Have you ever been heartbroken?
Yeah,
but let's start with the good first. Have you ever been in love?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Some of my fans know me for spoken word. Some of my fans know me for rapping.
Plotting on the throne, I can't do it alone. Young Simba, tell Nala that I'm busy with Timon. I got the
closure is usually requested by the person that's not over the relationship.
And someone might take advantage of that as well if they know that you're still like somehow connected or trying to stay connected.
It starts at the end of my last relationship.
Okay.
To finally being able to detail everything and then eventually falling in love again.
Hi guys, welcome to the Mo Junction. Welcome to another installment of Chit Chat with Mo, where we have controversial debates, honest conversation, and so much more. And today we have one of my favorite people in the building. We have Mr. True.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me.
I'm trying to ask you what's worse, because the one thing I've learned is life is all about sacrifice. Sometimes you have to put something beautiful last to make something beautiful last. You have to pick your poison. Would you rather give an alcoholic cocaine or a drug addict Hennessy? I'm trying to ask you what's worse, because there's a dangerous thin line between what's right and what can be justified in your mind. Let me explain you.
Before we start, can I say something?
Yeah, go on.
I'm on the show because it's one of my favorites on YouTube.
I know. Like, I was literally saying to my friends that we have like a few like male subscribers on the channel.
Yeah.
There's like Gracious Greatness. There's a guy called Femi that like, you know, sends money every month. And there's Nego as well. Like always commenting on the live streams, always like donating money. Like, thank you so much. Especially as a woman, you tend to have like, you know, women subscribers. When I see the guys, I notice you guys a bit more because it's like, oh my gosh, like wow, like thank you so much for always being like
Jenny, I think this is one of the best shows on YouTube.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to be part of something that's gonna be at 2 million subscribers soon.
Amen, hallelujah,
God willing.
Amen. And you know, I really had to have you on here today because you know you have something special coming up, and I've been seeing all your promo online, and you did a call out and you were like, okay, what podcast can I go on? And I was like, I would love to have you on the show. So thank you for coming here today. If you didn't know, Nego is a poet. So just introduce yourself. What do you do?
I'm Nego True. I think the overall thing of saying what I do is I write.
Yeah.
Like some of my fans know me for spoken word. Some of my fans know me for rapping.
Plotting on the throne, I can't do it alone. Young Simba, tell Nala that I'm busy with Timon. I got the violence of scar, but the heart of Rafiki. I tap, I pull a balaclava down from my beanie. She heard about my past. I used to run through traps. I controlled Zeds, I can't undo that. Got my first flick knife back when year 8 hit. Same wrist movement that I've written Beyblades with this. I've been guiding in for like the whole year. Trying to clear my head before I go clear. I've been guiding in for like the whole year. Trying to clear my head before I go clear.
And some of my fans know me for my books. The last one was a bestseller.
Amen.
My History is More Than Slavery.
Yeah.
The last album.
Mine. Go get yours.
The last album did, I think, top 5 on iTunes.
Wow, woo.
And God willing, we can do even more with this one that's coming out. If it's not out by the time you're watching this, then it will be out by midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight Friday, 6th of August.
Awesome.
Before I fall in love again.
And you know, that's why I'm saying like I didn't know, but yeah, that's why we've titled this video Heartbreak, Healing and Falling in Love Again. Wow. I really want to talk to you.
You're right at yourself, yeah?
Sorry?
You're right at yourself.
Am I right at myself?
Yeah, because that was a deep one.
I mean, I do have one-liners, some bars here and there.
You got bars, yeah? What, Mo Chizzy?
Oh my God.
Mo Chizzy.
I used to rap, you know.
Rap now.
Okay, there's this little thing I wrote when okay. My girl's got brains, beauty, breast and beauty. She's a real cutie. You can't buy that. There's no one in the world that can take my girl away. She's something keeps me happy every day. Oh, what?
Hey! Wait, who did you write that for?
I wrote it in my journal when I was really young. Because when I was younger, I wanted to be a Channel U babe, you know.
So it's what do you mean a Channel U babe? Like a video vixen?
Yeah, big video girl.
That's what you wanted to be?
Some of them used to rap as well. Yeah, it was actually one of my dreams. And I was hoping that one day, so I used to write bars that maybe one day I could be part of. Like, you know, like Sneakbo and that girl, what's her name?
No way.
Miss D.
Oh, my heart jumped.
Who are you thinking of?
Someone else.
Okay, let's get into the conversation.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go with you. Have you ever been heartbroken?
Yeah,
but let's start with the good first. Have you ever been in love?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Obviously, it's very difficult to say post a relationship.
Yeah.
But you always got, like me, I try and give the benefit of the doubt to people regardless of how things ended.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believed and exclaimed that I was in love. So, yeah, I'd say I was, yeah.
I've been heartbroken.
Absolutely, blood. I was rattled. I was rattled. But I don't think any of my exes would know
the extent of how
I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't think you're meant to say it.
Yeah. But do you feel like that's because you're more of a person that pours your feelings into your art?
Yeah, more than likely, because they're well documented.
Yeah.
The heartbreaks. But regardless, I just don't see, I don't know, I've never seen the point in telling the person you're heartbroken over about the details. Of course, like, they would tell me the details.
Yeah.
But that's just, I guess that's their coping mechanism.
Yeah.
With me, it doesn't seem rational. Like, don't get me wrong, because I think some people turn that into an argument of men don't open up enough. But it's not a thing where I won't speak about it. I'll speak to my boys. My boys know this in detail. We'll have progressive discussions about how to get over the person.
Yeah.
I think I always pick productivity over proximity. So by that, what I mean is,
you see,
by that, what I mean is, tell people that can help the situation rather than telling people just because they're close to me. Yeah. I've definitely been heartbroken.
I think sometimes women do choose to go back and tell their exes how they made them feel, just because they feel like, number one, it helps them heal. And then number two, it's a bit of closure as well, where they think it's going to end up in closure.
I think closure is overrated. I think closure in how it's been marketed is overrated.
Right.
And by that, what I mean is the concept of that last goodbye. I think closure in terms...
sometimes ends in a bit of...
Yeah, that closure never ends with closing.
Oh my goodness.
Ends with opening.
Oh.
But, no, I think... this is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think closure is important in the sense of getting clarity. So, for instance, if you and someone have been together for a while, one person's ended it, and this is what I always say, a lot of times closure is usually requested by the person that's not over the relationship.
Or the person that didn't initiate the breakup.
Yeah. So in their head, it's like, a lot of times they're more looking for an olive branch. Like, is there any other way we can get back together
and make this work?
Yeah, so I think closure is only, again, in my opinion, is only important for clarity.
Yeah.
This is done.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Or it's not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's why closure doesn't always end in closing, because you're looking for closure. Even if you decide to end it with someone, feelings don't just die.
And someone might take advantage of that as well. If they know that you're still like somehow connected or trying to stay connected, they might take advantage of some of the physical side of things.
Facts.
Quickly grabbing 1 or 2 last sessions. I'm trying to say that in the most like PG way.
Sessions.
1 or 2 last sessions before we actually have a series on the channel, Sessions, that has nothing to do with that, by the way. Go and check it out.
That's actually about gospel singing.
Yeah, it's about worship music. So
goodness.
Do check out Sessions. But yeah, you might try to grab 1 or 2 last sessions before the person moves on. And I feel that messes with them even more.
Yeah, because I think
I
think one thing that people always have to be aware of, like when you're looking for clarity at the end of a relationship, is just because you end it, it doesn't mean the feelings are gone.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's say again, it's you and someone else. It might just be the maths don't make sense. So you still have feelings for said person, but rationally, we shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
So maybe when the feelings are still occurring, when you're linking up after whatever, it's less about the decision you've made and more about, okay, cool, you're in front of me, the emotions are still there.
Yeah.
Which is why I also think like people have to be, you got to know yourself. If you're seeking quote unquote closure, you have to know yourself, especially if you're going to go there face to face. You have to know.
Will you behave yourself?
Yeah, man. Do you know what I'm saying? You genuinely, like, even if it's, you have to consider like where you're going to link up or how
it's a safe space for you, because sometimes relationships end in like messy ways. That person might not be a safe space for you. Like, is it actually safe for you to go see them by yourself?
Facts.
But yeah, like, you guys know that on this channel, like, I've been through like several pitfalls when it comes to like love and relationship. Yeah, when it comes to love and relationship.
Goodness, what a
term. Unfortunately, like, sometimes you have to kiss many frogs before you get to your prince.
Do you think you're at your prince now?
I believe so. Like these guys know, but they don't know the full story. Like you know soon, but like, yeah, I definitely would say that I'm at my prince now. And kissed a few frogs along the way, and because of like the heart I have in terms of vulnerability, and I feel like one of my callings and one of my giftings is transparency. You know, a lot of people say I'm very gifted in music. I'm gifted in those things, but actually, I would say, why are you smiling?
People say you're gifted in what?
No. I was wondering why you were laughing at me. No. People don't say I'm gifted. I said people might say generally like.
Oh, they're gifted in me. Oh, okay.
Me and Nego go way back, by the way.
Yeah, this is my brethren.
Yeah, like I think we met at the YouTube space.
Yeah.
YouTube space London.
Yeah.
When I was like begging to be on one of your projects.
Yeah. You wanted to work for me.
Yeah, and then.
You did. You wanted to be a project manager for one of my projects.
Did I? That sounds like a bit of me though.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's just the way you said it. That was a bit cocky.
Wait, you wanted to work for me?
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that everyone that knows me knows, I speak in matter of facts.
Yeah, he's very like...
Yeah. So I didn't mean that in an egotistical way.
Yeah, I didn't care if it's for a wrinkle.
Yeah.
It's blue. Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah. We wanted to link up to work on one of his projects because that was like when I first started like getting into media.
Yeah.
And then I was on True Talks.
So at first, we're going to start the conversation with some romantic aspects.
No.
I don't believe in romance.
Let's matchmake here.
It's just neurotransmitters dancing in the limbic system.
I just don't like
What would ladies say are the most common forms of manipulation?
Ooh, heavy, let's go. I'm talking about romance.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most shy I've ever seen you.
Even then, I didn't even say much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the most shy I ever saw you.
Oh, shy. Okay, I thought I said shy.
Yeah.
And then I guess I came out of my shell eventually, and now we're building this amazing show called The Boy Chuck Show.
Amen.
And now you're here. But yeah, why did I even tell them that story?
Don't know. I think you're gonna have to cut that out in the edit.
No, there was a reason.
There wasn't.
What was the reason?
You said we go back a lot.
Yeah, before that though. Because he laughed about
the
music. Because
yeah,
you might be wondering, like, why is he laughing that?
Yeah. No, that's mine. That was my G, man.
Yeah, no, most people, like, you know, have talents. And, you know, like, I would say, like, my talent is media.
Yeah.
But I would say one of my, like, most unique giftings and that is most pertinent to my calling is I am, you know, gifted with the gift of transparency. I said a lot to say I'm a very transparent person.
You, but I think it's even more than that. Like, when I watch your channel, it's vulnerability, but it's also articulation of that. And, like, being able to structure it into lessons.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I get from your channel. So I think there's one thing where you can be vulnerable when you do a story time like every week or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Not yourself, but like channels and whatever.
Yeah.
I think with yours, it's not just stories, it's lessons.
Right.
So it's kind of like you go through the experience, you learn from the experience, you build from the experience, and then you take it back to people that
so they can learn as well.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
Like, I would say like my little tagline is I'm passionate about media and purposeful in teaching. So like so like it doesn't matter what I'm doing, and it might be I might have several passions. Yeah, you know, whatever my passion is, the underlying purpose is I want to teach people things, I want them to learn and take something away from it. And I say all of that to say that, you know, I've shared many like, you know, stories of love and heartbreak and you know. And, you know, one thing that I, you know, like we said, I believe I got to my prince now. But one thing that was really important, you know, in the transition towards that was healing, which I kind of want to talk to you about today as well. Like, what do you feel like has been your healing process when you've been heartbroken? Do men even have a healing process or do they just hoe around? So obviously we hear that men just hoe around. Yeah. Or I've seen those like side by side contrasted images of like men and women in breakups and how like in the first like few days the woman cries, the men like hoe around, and then later it dawns on them. Yeah, no, I think the difference is it's not as well documented. I think most men I know deal with breakups, but they deal with it differently. So there's the public persona and there's the reality behind closed doors. Okay. Like I always joke around with my friends. Like I remember my last breakup. That's very interesting. I remember my last breakup, whatever. I went to play football afterwards, whatever. Yeah. And I'm standing there, the ball comes rolling to me, whatever. Yeah. The ball just rolls past me. Wow. I'm just looking in the sky. I'm rattled. You know what I'm saying? The man them shouting at me, Nego, what we did? I'm thinking, listen, I'll fight everyone today. Leave me alone. Yeah. But did they know you had gone for a breakup at that point? No, these are just people I play football with. They're not like they weren't like my friends. Your homies, home skillet biscuits. But
I think obviously there's the perception side. So I think any ex I've had probably assumed I didn't, I wasn't dealing with anything.
Yeah.
Because in my head, Twitter and those places, they're not spaces for transparency for me.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of my guy friends, I can't speak for guys in general, a lot of my guy friends could probably attest to that. I don't think those are places you're meant to actually quote unquote open up or whatever.
Yeah.
I think one way that men sort of deal with it is sort of head on. So we have like very direct conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like it's probably the closest the boys ever are in terms of consistently speaking, asking each other questions about it, questioning where things went wrong. I think that part's very important, sort of taking the focus off of her and more onto yourself. Like regardless of all the things that you didn't like about her from the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What did I contribute? Like,
so a bit of
saying?
Accountability is what you would say.
Yeah, I think you have to, because I think when you're dealing with breakups, and again, I can only speak for me, my guys. I can't speak for all men.
Oh my guys are ballers. Oh my guys are.
But I think that part is essential, because the interesting thing, right, when I speak to some people, the people that don't seem to move on and the people that are moving on, is the difference is the people that are struggling with it are way more focused on harboring the blame on someone.
Right.
And the interesting thing is, once you have a breakup, that person no longer there.
Yeah.
So no matter, you could blame them for every single day that's
Doesn't
occurred.
Change a thing.
That means you haven't learned anything.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at it from a perspective of, okay, yeah, of course, don't get me wrong, I didn't like this, so I said this, or whatever you did.
Yeah.
But it's essential for myself.
Yeah.
And for whoever I end up with next.
Yeah.
For my mistakes to be unrecognizable if they're repeated. So for instance, I'm with someone now. The way I was with my breakup was, I need to do what it takes so that if my flaws or mistakes are mentioned to who I'm with now, they would almost be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I think accountability was a big thing. Obviously,
they'll see a completely different person in front of, like, it's not like they're dismissing that was your past
facts.
or whatever, but they see the growth.
I think writing as well was big for me, in terms of getting over things. I guess being productive and just being transparent.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing with creatives, isn't it? Like, I'm a creative as well, obviously. Like, we're on the Mo Chuck show. Yeah, like that outlet through like that thing you're passionate about, and turning that into art and something you can look back at as well. I think that's why I love media so much. I feel like so much of my life is documented. Not the whole thing, but enough for me to be like, okay, I can pinpoint that was what was happening at that time. This was happening at this time, you know, and it kind of creates a beautiful story. Yeah. And, you know, your new album is called Falling in Love Again.
Before I Fall in Love Again.
The title is called Falling in Love Again. I said that with such vim, Before I Fall in Love Again.
Yeah.
And, you know, does that mean you're in love, or it's the prerequisite before you fall in love?
No, I am.
Oh, you said that with like...
you've got to be confident with these things. The truth is the truth.
Yeah. Toby from Love Island, come and take notes.
I don't watch Love Island, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Toby is the Yoruba demon that he is the most confused person on the planet.
Oh no, I'm not confused. No, I'm settled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be confident. I'm blessed. Yeah, I think I'm blessed.
Oh,
so
romantic.
Yeah, Before I Fall in Love Again is essentially the story, innit? It's like it starts at the end of my last relationship. Okay. And that so the opening track is like Feeling Like Me Again, where you're sort of getting your sort of groove back, and then you sort of go through the breakup process, you know what I'm saying? You go through that aspect of feeling like you got no emotions, to, you know, having to actually deal with it head on, to finally being able to detail everything, and then eventually falling in love again. If I ever get the opportunity to propose to you, I'll probably start with a thank you. One day at Christmas, telling our kids how the girl that I dreamt of ended up being the one that I live with. And when they ask me how I popped the question, I'll tell them. I told her in detail everything that was going to happen and still made it magic. I'm detailed enough to plan a proposal in front of your face, and you still not know how to prepare for the day when. You'll find out when I say. Cause I want to turn your God whens into now. You'll take me back captions into get ready, a car's coming to the house. Do you know what I'm saying? So you sort of find yourself first, and you got to build upon that.
Re-find yourself. I think we don't lose ourselves, we just go back to who we originally were.
Yeah, and I think interesting thing I was exploring on the album was when you're with someone for a certain period of time, time almost pauses. I liken it to a few of my friends have gone to prison, and there's this convo I had with a few of them once where it's like, part of you is still the age you were when you went into prison because a lot of things paused in reality. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that aspect also happens for romance as well. I'm not saying you don't grow. I'm not saying you don't progress in life in general, but you come out of, I remember coming out of a relationship, whatever, I thinking, yeah, man, I know how to move to girls. I was talking so awkwardly. I didn't understand it. Man was basically... He
was moving like some Christian brothers.
Blood, I was
Sorry,
talking...
No shade.
I was talking in commitment straight away. Like, I came straight out. Bear in mind, I've only been saying like affirmations and that, you know what I'm saying, for the last however many years. So the next girl I was talking to, it was like, yo, don't worry, I'm saying I'm gonna look after you forever sort of vibes. I'm like, yo, where's the smoothness gone? What's going on? You sort of, you just gotta re-find yourself. And just find the things you love. That's one thing I love to do, man.
I think sometimes when you do come out of a relationship, you kind of jump into a new one as though it was the continuation of the old one. And that's why sometimes you might be a bit too pushy or a bit too clingy or have way too many expectations. And that's because you're still like in the mind frame or in the time frame rather of the old relationship.
I remember, I'll never forget this. I remember dating a girl after she broke up with someone.
So you a rebound.
That's literally what I'm about to say. I remember dating her straight after whatever, and 3 weeks in, she gave me a present. I remember being so confused because it was an expensive present of something I've never cared about. And I remember looking at it being like, this isn't for me. You've come to know that good, quote unquote, for men based on the man you were with is this. It's like, for instance, me getting a girl I've just started dating flowers and she hates flowers.
Well, she's allergic.
Yeah, she's allergic to flowers only because I was always taught, you're meant to get flowers.
One.
But the thing about love is you have to personalize it. Like the lady that I'm with, every detail from her to me and me to her is personal.
Do you know
what I'm saying? I don't...
there's a song called Personal on the album.
But it's not about that.
Getting personal.
Chill.
How these brothers kill my brother, then start speaking about it after Twitter tweeting, we should free him, man, this shit was getting darker. Sunflowers are you. I wish death upon your man, then I pop up with a mayor asking how we let this happen.
The thing about me as well is, you guys probably don't know, like one day I'm going to do a video, songs you probably didn't know I liked. And there's a lot of like gangster rap on there that I really get, like, I get turned. I mean, you've been thinking I'm this like cute little innocent church girl, you know, I love the Lord. I do, but I get crunk sometimes as well. But I say that to say, like, you know, there's a, you know, wide variation of music on your album. In terms of emotion, the things that you kind of go through. There's No Tears 3, that's a theme on your albums, isn't it, as well?
No Tears 3.
What tell us about that, because they might not know.
So No Tears, it started first time so this album's got No Tears 3 and Black Suit, which was the project before the last, had No Tears 2, and then the project before that had No Tears 1. No Tears was first made when I was going through a situation where, like, I'll just put it out there, whatever. I was going to my friend's court case just a couple years after his older brother had been killed, who was one of my really good friends.
God rest his soul.
And I remember coming home after the court case and falling asleep in a suit. And I woke up and one of my parents came in the room and was like, why are you in a suit? Because I felt like I couldn't even tell them the realities of what I was going through. Like, this same suit I was wearing, I'd worn to my friend's funeral, I then had to wear to his little brother's court case. And the realities of everything was just hitting me. Like, these are the people I played football with. Whatever, this ain't streets, do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously it's street situations, but these are friends, these are family to me. So I started writing about it. I started writing a song about it, and I just felt, I can't lie, I felt like, I can't explain it. Like, I don't cry. Do you know what I'm saying? But I felt tears, but they weren't coming. And I just said, I don't know. I just started saying, no tears, just no tears, no tears, whatever. And I just kept that as a title. And it was kind of just me, the whole song was just me expressing where life was, you know what I'm saying? Similar with No Tears 2. And then No Tears 3 is I guess the update between where I was in the last project, the last project was called Play This When You Hate Me. And this one now, do you know what I'm saying, before I fall in love again.
I think it's interesting because we say that men don't have emotions, but I just think, for example, some emotions that might be more masculine or quote unquote aggressive, like anger. Women do get angry too, but then we'll say that men aren't emotional, but then they feel and express those emotions. It just might be sometimes the more feminine emotions, they might not express it in the way you expect. Or the way we've been,
I think there's this commercialized,
socialized.
Sorry, did I cut you? Sorry.
No, socialized to express. I was just saying,
Yeah, I think there's this commercialized idea of what emotions are, which implies like, oh, if you don't cry, you're not emotional or whatever. But as you've said perfectly, anger is an emotion.
Yeah.
And a lot of men are even boastful of the fact that they get angry, which essentially says it's not just that you're emotional. Is that you don't have any control of your emotions, which I say is probably the ultimate goal, to be in control of your emotions. Because one thing I learned, especially like the last few years, is when people say stuff like, for instance, like with anger, right? And I come across a lot of people that will say, oh, they're only angry because someone said this to them. What you got to understand is you're always still in charge of your reaction.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that people should be disrespectful to you or whatever. But say, for instance, if someone disrespects you, you have a choice. You can choose to slap them. You can choose to swear at them.
Went straight to the slap.
You can choose to slap them. You can choose to swear at them. You can choose to walk away. You can choose to just go vent to someone. You can choose any of these things. Whichever one you choose, no one made you choose that. Don't get me wrong. Their decision or behavior influenced it.
Influence. Okay.
Yeah, but your choice is still your choice. I think majority of men I've ever met have emotions, man. Even like when I'm talking about that stuff growing up, the sort of quote unquote bad stuff that, you know, my friends and I went through and experienced, a lot of it was based on emotion. So I'm saying, like, what are the rules? They say are, it's just a principle. The principle means you felt disrespected. You feel like you can't let this go. Or like, you know, when, God forbid, when you lose someone, that emotion of sadness and regret, and then eventually, obviously, you want revenge. All of these things are emotions. And I think, again, I can only speak for myself and my relationship. One of the best things that I find in my relationship is that self-control of emotion, where it's like emotions are allowed, but they're not the excuse for poor behavior. And
how they're expressed as well, I think.
So it's...
I think I definitely, in this stage of my life, and it's interesting you said something about someone might annoy you outside, and you know, so the one lesson I'm currently learning in my personal life is learning to respond and not react. We might say they mean the same things, but in my head it's slightly different. Reacting is like you didn't think about it, you just went boom. Whereas when you're responding to something, you first of all listened, you've taken it in, you've analyzed the situation, and then you've created or decided on an appropriate response. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really glad that, you know, your personal like outlet is like your music, you know, your friends and family, you know, safe outlets. And also you get to bless the world with your music. I personally can't wait. I'm sure you guys can't wait as well. Those who don't know Nego True and have been fans of him for a while, can't wait for Before I Love It. But cannot wait.
And don't edit this out. Don't edit out any of the times you got it wrong. Yeah. Before
I Fall in Love Again.
Facts.
I actually know it, and I don't know why. Before I Fall in Love Again, we can't wait for it to drop. And when is it dropping? On the 6th of With it, and they, you know, I always say I have a slight list, but it comes out every now and again.
Do you?
A little bit. Go on. What date does it come out?
August the 6th.
6th. That's what I was trying to say.
It's a weird word, isn't it? 6th.
Yeah, 6th.
6th.
I think it's when you think about it.
August the 6th.
August the 6th.
6th of August. 6th of August?
Why is it? Where's it so hard all of a sudden?
6th.
6th
of August.
No, it's not.
5th of...
You guys know what we're talking. It's
my sister's got a list.
But by the time this drops, it will be out the following day.
Yeah.
Right?
God willing.
Yeah, midnight.
Yeah.
Literally in like
God willing.
4 hours. Amen.
Pre-order that, please. I'm begging you, man.
Yeah. So where do they pre-order? Tell them where to
just
find
iTunes, all that good stuff. Spotify. Before I Fall in Love Again. Nego True. That's Negotrue. Obviously separate names
on all platforms.
Follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 10,000 so I can do the swipe up thing. So I can do the. You know what I'm saying? I want to start doing swipe ups. Follow me, please. I'm begging.
It sounds like a plan. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Have you got something that you want to, just drop for us?
When you broke down your past to me, the number of past partners isn't what set off alarms for me. It was the fact that over years, there wasn't a single gap that parted partners, links, and guys that you would see. You were a revolving door of relationships. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. I don't say that to take the piss, but suddenly it started making sense, for real. You weren't in love with me. You were in love with the gap that you could fill. You were in love with how you wanted love to feel. You were in love with the idea of love, the one that could cover your insecurities up. I pray you learn to find peace in your own company, but only fall in love with the one that you need. I don't think you're looking for the right person to love. In fact, sometimes it feels like you're looking for someone to love you back. You're not savage. You're just emotionally damaged. I'll leave the rest for the album.
Woo! You don't like clicks, do you?
No.
Yeah, what do you want your audience to do though?
Like they clap when they come to my shows. We don't do no
at the
clicking.
end or in the middle?
They clap whenever they make noise, everything, man. My shows are rock shows.
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Nego, for coming through. Definitely do follow him. Pre-order the album Before I Fall in Love Again, and definitely go and buy it as well once it's out. Stream that. Support creatives. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode.
And today's Chit Chat with Mo simply goes: have you ever been in love and or experienced heartbreak? Did you heal? If so, what was your healing process like? Have you or would you like to fall in love again? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Do you like it? If you liked it, share with your friends. Comment below on the things we spoke about and subscribe to this channel for more. Until next time, guys, peace and love.
Peace and chunks.
You know that. Thank you so much.
My G.
Thank you. And speaking of love and falling in love again, there was something I saw on Twitter the other day. Someone was saying that in conversation with his friends, his boys, he's found that a lot of women don't know how to keep a man.
Oh.
And obviously. And he basically was, probed a bit further, and somebody said, okay, which instances? And, he basically went on to say bedroom, childcare.
Childcare, that's cat.
I think he started it off well, but then the misogyny took over.
Yeah.
In the sense of these are things that, we expect women to do. Like, the bedroom, okay, that's a man and woman thing, but then the housework and the childcare.